Hello. Okay, in this vlog, we are going to be doing a day trip to Calistoga with the kids, and then we are going to be showcasing what else we did on fall break. I will start with the trip in case you're here for the travel, and then we'll move on to the other stuff. First, I'm going to pop up the list of we made a bucket list. It was our first time ever doing this, and my daughter made this in Canva, so I'm going to pop that up right here. And so you can read that and we will go through it. My husband and I have been to Calistoga many times, but we have never taken the kids because we usually go for wine tasting. But we have fallen in love with the Castello de Amorosa there. So I wanted to show the kids, we both did, because it is such a cool location. If you don't know the history here, they built a 13th century medieval Italian castle in Calistoga, California. They brought over some of the materials from Italy, and it was like a 14-year project. It is intense and it is stunning. Also, they have filmed things here, like there's a movie that they filmed here. They have like a poster for it. And then they have also filmed an episode of The Bachelor here. So if you've seen that, you might have seen this castle before. It is a very neat location. So the castle is also a winery. That is how they make their money, and you do have to have a reservation to come up here. Kids are welcome in the wine tasting area. They have grape juice for them to taste, and then they are welcome on the self-guided parts of the tour. Just so you are clear, we are clear, there are some pieces of art. Remember, this is medieval Italian. So there are some pieces of art, some murals that are graphic. So be aware that maybe if you are sensitive to those things, or like you don't want your kids to see those things, an adult maybe walks around first into a room and then you decide if your kids should go in there or not. So kids are also welcome on the private tours. If you buy out a complete private tour, which is a group of 10, we have a friend who works here, so she was able to get us on a mini private tour without booking the group of 10, so that was really nice. If you're going to the castle and you're only going once, I highly recommend you do the guided tour or the private tour, whatever you want to call it, because you can see so many amazing things that are not on the self-guided tour, like the dungeon room and all of the barrels, the underground. Just there's a lot of places you get to see that are not available to the general public, and it is a really cool experience. They have a lot of antiques in here, and then they also have some replicas as well. It's just set up really like amazingly. There's just like these 2 suits of armor at the end of a hallway, and then I think this is the torture chamber. It is a really interesting experience to see all of these things that, are historically accurate, and it's really cool to see them like just hanging on the wall or just right there. They're not behind like glass or behind ropes or anything like that, because this is a guided tour, so there's an employee with you, so they're not as concerned that people are going to mistreat their products or their collection. So that's really nice too. So you get to see it in a very different environment than you would be able to see these items in a museum. That was really interesting to me. And of course, being in the castle itself really puts you in that mindset. And here is the end of the tour, and we head over to do our wine and grape juice tasting. Thanks. Breadstick. At the castle, there are various different areas where you can do a wine tasting. We got to do one in an inside room this time because it was a chillier time of year, which was really nice. I've also done several tastings out in the courtyard, which is also nice. It's up to you, but you can book it indoor or outdoor. Sometimes of the year they have indoor. And with their tasting, you can pick which wines you want to try. They give you a menu, and I believe you get to pick 5 or 6 wines to try. And there are several different kinds of grape juice to try for kids or for folks that are non-alcoholic for whatever reason. There are, I think, 3 or 4 different kinds of grape juice for you to try. After our tasting, we headed off to the self-guided portion of the tour, which you can go at your own pace. If you want to, they have a QR code where you can scan it, and then you can watch videos of Dario, the owner, explaining all the different areas to you. So if you want to further your learning experience, you can do that. We have been so many times and we have been told about all the different areas, so we don't really do that anymore, but you could see that there was the plaque on the wall where you could scan that. But I definitely think that you should walk around the exterior, go up and see the views of the Napa Valley. We went in the fall and it's absolutely stunning. The leaves on the grapevines turn, and it is just a beautiful time in the Napa Valley. Just be mindful that there are a lot of stairs to go up and down if you are going to do the full looking around self-guided tour, so you should wear comfortable shoes for that. Also, there's also like benches and chairs if some of your party wants to go up the stairs and some of your party does not want to do that. There's places where people can just hang out and rest or lounge or, have a chat or scroll their phone, whatever they want to do. And I learned for the first time that they have an elevator. So if you can't go down the stairs, you can access an elevator to go from the tasting room area to the gift shop. And then, of course, at the end, you'll definitely want to come out and say hello to the animals out here. They are so cute and so fun. The goats are especially adorable. There's one goat here. His name is Giacomo, and he is the most Instagrammed goat in the world or something. I think he holds a record. I think that's him right there by the tree. They do ask that you not get too close to the emus or ostriches, though. That I'm sure that has a fun story that goes along with it, but I am not willing to risk that. So I just pay attention and do not get too close to them. I don't know. The chickens are fine with it. So yeah, do, what you're going to do, but don't forget to stop by. This is right outside of the gift shop. After we wrapped up at the castle, we headed into Calistoga to check it out. They have a cute little main street area where they have a bunch of tasting rooms, restaurants, cafes, stores, galleries, and all that. So we first went looking for lunch, and we ended up going to a place called Hydro Grill. We did pop into another place and they were closed, or they were closing. It was 1 p.m. So just be mindful that the hours in Calistoga might be a little bit different than what you're used to. So we did find a place that I think they were open till 2 or 3 for lunch. I don't know if they close, they have a break and then they're open for dinner, or if places just don't do dinner, or just certain places do dinner. I have no idea. But we did have a lovely lunch here, and we all got an assortment of items, and it was not too expensive, but it is Napa Valley pricing, so do keep that in mind. Then we headed off to Copperfield Books. This was such a fun stop. So for some reason in my brain, this bookstore was going to be a lot smaller, and when I walked in, I was shocked at how large it was. It kept going and going. There was so much room. There was tons of selection. They have gift items in here too. So if you're looking for a souvenir, this would be a great place. And of course, we love supporting local bookstores. So this was such a fun stop for us. We all picked out some items here, and they had a really cute kids area too, so that was really fun. Then, of course, what day with kids would be complete without getting a bit of dessert, right? Especially when you see that adorable ice cream sculpture decor outside. This was our first time at this shop, and it was really good. I opted not to get anything. They did have a non-dairy option though. I just did not get any, but the kids each got an ice cream and they enjoyed it. And for our last stop of the day, we had to see the Old Faithful Geyser. This is I think, state park, so you can pay an admission fee to get in here. I was actually able to find admission tickets on Groupon, so if you are looking to go here, it couldn't hurt to check Groupon to save a couple bucks. They have the geyser, obviously. They have a museum about geology, and then they have a garden area, and then they have an area for animals as well. In the gift shop / admission area, the building that we just walked through, they had bags of food for the animals that you could purchase. You could purchase either a small bag or a large bag. That was super fun. I recommend that you do that if they have any available while you're there. That was a great experience for us. And then we arrived, I think, just after the geyser had gone off. No one really knew for sure. I think everyone arrived around the same time, and we did actually have to wait 30 minutes for the geyser to go off. So just be mindful that it is an Old Faithful, so it will go off, but sometimes you have to wait a little while. But for me, it was worth it. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was cool. My husband thought it was cool. The kids were like, wow, it's water. I don't know how to explain to them that, people come from all over the world to see, these kind of natural phenomenon, or whatever you call it. But yeah, they were not as amused by it. Maybe your kids will be. I'm not sure. But we even got to see a rainbow coming off of the side of the geyser. Well, how is that not magical? I think it is, personally. I think it is very, very cool, but I'm also old, so what do I know? You are able to bring food and drinks into this park. I'm not sure about alcohol, but you could definitely bring like a little picnic and eat it while you wait, or your snacks. There's lots and lots of seating, and then there's a huge area for you to walk around, and there's lots of goats. They're so cute. If the first goats that you see are being fed by someone else, just walk around and look for different goats, because there were plenty, and they pretty much all loved being fed and hanging out and getting attention. They also had llamas, alpacas. You tell me. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But these guys right here, they had those. And then I think these are horses. Wow. I am sure you came here for the animal education. I really hope you didn't, because I'm sure you would be very disappointed. But like I said, more goats, and they are all happy to be fed and given some attention.
Here you go.
Val. Put your hand out, boo.
And that was all we did on our day in Calistoga. We just came up for the day. We live in the Sacramento area. And so in the morning, it was just about an hour and a half drive. Coming back, it was a little intense to get through traffic. There's construction going on near Fairfield. So that was a bit of a problem to get through. I would consider maybe stopping for dinner if you're in that area during rush hour and just maybe waiting it out. That might be less of a headache for you. But if you are just here for the travel portion of the video, that is it. And the rest of the video will be going into our break. So we have never made one of these family bucket lists before, and I thought it would be fun to give it a try. I asked the kids, my kids are older. I have one tween and then 2 teenagers. So we did ask them what they wanted to put on the list. Everyone got to put a few things on the list. So number 1 on the list was bake pumpkin muffins from scratch. We did not do that. No, I did buy the ingredients to do it. We did not do it. Maybe someday. We did, however, make my daughter wanted to make these frozen gummy bears that she saw online. You soak them in Sprite and then you freeze them. So I will show you how that went right here. Sure. Yeah. I don't know what flavors any of these are. No. Okay, so we made these viral Sprite gummy bears that are frozen, and I'm gonna try one. Oh, it's so cold. This one's pear, I think. Oh, yeah, it's like a slushie, I guess. We over soaked them for probably like 16 hours. That's why like the middle, it's like hydrated all the way through. And then this is the Albanese one. I'm going to try the Haribo next. Okay, so the Albanese one was pretty good. It does definitely taste like an icy you can hold, like a Slurpee. So this is the Haribo. You can tell because it doesn't have an A on its tummy. And I think this is orange, but who could tell? I mean, they're pretty good. We soaked them in Sprite, in case I didn't say that. It's fun. I guess it's worth trying. So this is our favorite donut shop in our town. It's called Elk Grove Donuts, and we have become really familiar with the owner here and the staff, and they're so nice to us. They always treat us so kindly, and it's just really nice. And also they're very innovative. This was the week of Thanksgiving, so you see they have like little fun themed donuts for all the different occasions. They are also known for their Dubai chocolate donut and strawberry cup. They have gotten very popular, lots of news for that. So we love going in there and supporting them, and we're happy to see their success. My kids absolutely love boba, so we had to go to boba during our break. Also, these Things I'm posting are in the order of the bucket list. They are not in the order we did them. And this is all spread out over a week-long fall break. So it was not all in one day. So don't worry about that. But we did go to Blvd and check that off of our list. We also did some Christmas shopping. I believe we did this after Thanksgiving to see if we could see any cool sales. We did pick up a couple things, but I'm not sure that we got any amazing deals or anything like that. But you know, it's always nice to look around to see if you can save a few dollars, especially with this economy, you know? So we did not do a traditional Thanksgiving meal this year. My kids are not super big into turkey, but they did want to have mashed potatoes and gravy and pumpkin pie. So I did make homemade mashed potatoes and gravy. We had a tri-tip and I did make a green bean casserole because I already had the ingredients to make a green bean casserole. So I figured I should just go ahead and make it. I did not, however, make the pumpkin pie. We went and purchased a pumpkin pie, as you are seeing right now. I wanted to show you the behind the scenes, all the magic. This was not cheap. I did not realize how much these cost before I went there. I probably should have done some research, but here we are. I'm showing you the packaging and how it looks frozen, and then also how it looked after we baked it. I think we probably needed to bake it more, if I'm honest. After I had posted this and showed some people, they did say that in their experience with this pie brand, they do have to bake it longer than the instructions. All right. Here is the hardware store pumpkin pie. This is from the pie company, and this people have been talking about it in my mom's group, online mom's group. I put a scoop of Cool Whip on top because it's dairy free. It is a really light texture, like the custard. It's not very dense. It's super soft, like chiffon. This crust, I'm gonna take a bite of this back crust because it looks really good. So here's a bite with the back crust. If you like a really light, airy, moussey kind of pie, this is for you. If not, probably not. I like the crust, but it reminds me more of like the kind of crust that you would see on a chicken pot pie. I think it would be really good in a savory setting. Yeah, it's okay. I probably won't get it again though. For family movie night, we watched Inside Out 2. If you have not seen it, I highly recommend it. It's a great conversation about emotions and how they change as you grow and go through puberty and mature. Of course, we had to eat soup. One day I will nail this tortellini soup. Today, or this day, was not that day. I think it's too acidic and I need to add some sort of cream base to it, but I try not to eat too much dairy, especially liquid dairy. So I'm going to have to experiment with that, but I have had luck doing oat milk in some soups. And then this was actually our Thanksgiving meal. We went and had hot pot. This is a local small business that is in our town. This is their sauce bar. And if you haven't had hot pot before, you get a pot of boiling broth and they bring all these ingredients that you order to the table and you cook them in your broth. This place has individual pots, so you can get the broth you want and just add whatever you like to it. So supporting a small business is something we do a lot. I'm the one who put it on the fall bucket list. I will admit that to you because I don't know. I figured we should pop something on there that I could easily check off, right? So we went to a Sea Hut for this one, and we love this place. We have become really comfortable with the owner and the staff, and it's always nice to say hello to them and to catch up. And we love the food here. The kids also could get boba drinks here, so of course they love it. They also have ice cream here and different kinds of ice cream desserts, so of course it is a huge hit. Also, these egg rolls are the closest to my mom's egg rolls that I have ever found. So anytime I'm feeling a little, sick, homesick for my mom's cooking and she's not available because she's on vacation or whatever, I do head over here and get the egg rolls. We like all their food, and they also have happy hour specials, food specials during the week that you should definitely check out. While we were in the area, we decided to pop into Hobby Quest to see if we wanted to get a new game for the game night that was on our list. We did not end up getting a game this day, but we did buy a bunch of stuff. Like, I had to have this dinosaur. Obviously, right? Like, look at him. He is so cute. Another business we went to was Dim Dim Food in Sacramento, California. They sell dim sum and dumplings that you can steam yourself at home. It is very delicious. And then if you didn't know, my kids love ramen. They love soup, so they could eat it all times of the year. So of course that made our bucket list, and our favorite place to go to is Tenjin Ramen in Sacramento. It's actually in the same parking lot as the Dim Dim Food. Honestly, I went to both in the same day and just got some dim sum for to go. But yeah, we had this amazing ramen. We have been to a bunch of different ramen places, and we really like this place. The broth, the noodle texture, their egg is divine, and their service is so nice. They're always so sweet to my children, which I absolutely love. All the places that we go, I'm going to list in the info box down below. I do that in every single video, but I forget to tell you guys. So if you're ever looking for the info, it's in the info box. All right, next thing. Go somewhere new. So I don't have a specific clip for this. Calistoga was new for the kiddos. The bookstore was new for all of us. The ice cream place was also new for all of us. So we definitely did go somewhere new. And here are our clips from Family Game Night. We have this game called Who Knew. It's a great opener game. It's a great icebreaker type game. So whether you know people or not, it's just a really quick game that you could probably play in 20 to 30 minutes, and you just guess what the person would like the most, and it's really simple. And then a family favorite has been the family edition of Cards Against Humanity. The kids really like that because it's funny and it's a goofy, fun time. And now on to a game I do not recommend. Uno Show 'em No Mercy. We got this on our road trip to LA, and it is a bunch of different rules, and it is very much no mercy. The kids that got out literally sat there and watched as a spectator sport. That's how intense it got. Normally they would get up and get a snack or do something else. Nope. This was drama, and I don't want to play anymore. Ever. So that is everything we did on our fall family break bucket list. And I hoped you enjoyed watching it. We almost completed everything, but life happens. Yeah, so if you like this kind of content, please let me know. I do tend to do more travel vlogs, but I am home most of the time with the kids. So if you want more of this kind of format, let me know. And if you want to check out my social media platforms, I will list those for you down below. Please subscribe. Please, please, please. Hopefully this year is the year that I can get 1,000 followers. And then, yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.